CES 2026 made it obvious that the most important AI progress is no longer happening on screens. It's happening in physical environments, inside homes, on bodies, and through systems that act without waiting for commands. The reason this year mattered is not hype or promises, but the fact that several companies demonstrated AI that works well enough to change behavior. What follows is not speculation. These are the exact systems from the exact companies that showed where AI is actually going. The clearest example of AI acting in the real world came from SwitchBot with its humanoid household robot, Onero H1. What made Onero H1 stand out at CES 2026 was not its humanoid form, but its ability to maintain task continuity in a real home. The robot was shown walking through rooms, picking up objects, interacting with appliances, pouring coffee, folding laundry, and continuing tasks even after interruptions. That matters because homes are chaotic environments. Objects move, people intervene, and tasks don't end cleanly. The moment a robot can recover from mistakes and move on without human resets, supervision drops. And when supervision drops, robots stop being demos and start becoming economically relevant. Another robotic signal that carried weight came from Boston Dynamics, working alongside Hyundai to showcase the latest evolution of Atlas. While Atlas is still aimed at industrial use, rather than homes, its presence at CES 2026 mattered because it demonstrated how far embodied AI has progressed in balance, manipulation, and real-time adaptation. Atlas is not interesting because it looks impressive. It's interesting because it proves that physical AI systems can now handle dynamic environments reliably. That credibility flows downstream. What works in factories today becomes affordable consumer tech tomorrow. CES 2026 also made clear that robotics scale is coming from a different direction as well. Led by Unitree Robotics. Unitree's humanoid platforms drew attention, not because they were the most advanced, but because they were aggressively priced and designed for mass production. This matters because cost reduction is what turns robotics from a niche into infrastructure. Unitree's presence signaled that humanoid and legged robots are moving toward volume manufacturing, which accelerates adoption even if capabilities are imperfect. The most important domestic robotics signal, however, came from LG with its home service robot CEOid. LG did not present CEOid as a novelty or an assistant you manually control. It was framed as part of the company's zero-labor home vision. CEOid is designed to navigate living spaces autonomously, coordinate with appliances, manage routines, and operate as a central AI presence inside the home. When a global appliance company commits to autonomous household orchestration, it signals a shift from optional automation to expected automation. That's when behavior changes. Smart homes at CES 2026 were no longer about controlling devices with apps, and the clearest proof came from Aqara. Aqara's systems were built around local, matter-based decision-making, anchored by the Hub M3. The Hub M3 doesn't just relay commands to the cloud. It runs automations locally, learns household routines, and coordinates sensors, lighting, locks, and security systems without user input. That shift, from command execution to autonomous coordination, is why Aqara drew serious attention at CES 2026. This same shift was visible in Aqara's access control, particularly with the U400 Smart Lock. The lock was not positioned as something you open with your phone. It was shown unlocking based on presence, time of day, and household context, all processed locally through the hub. That matters because access control is foundational. When AI decides who can enter, when, and under what conditions, humans stop making those decisions manually. Defaults take over, and defaults shape behavior quietly. LG reinforced this autonomous home model with the LG ThinQ AI Home Hub, which CES 2026 positioned as the brain of the zero-labor home. ThinQ is not a dashboard designed for micromanagement. It's an orchestrator that learns how a household functions, when rooms are used, how energy consumption fluctuates, and how routines evolve, and then acts automatically. Lighting adjusts before discomfort. Climate changes before complaints. Appliances coordinate without commands. The system acts first, and humans only intervene when something feels wrong. That is the moment a home stops being smart and becomes autonomous. Robotics companies also contributed to this shift through devices that don't look revolutionary at first glance. Roborock showcased its latest platform, Saros, not as a cleaning appliance, but as a continuous mapping system. The robot constantly updates spatial models of the home, detects changes, and feeds that data back into the home ecosystem. That turns the robot into a roaming sensor platform. It's not just cleaning floors, it's teaching the home how space is actually used, which informs lighting, climate, and automation decisions. Even environmental controls that seem boring on the surface followed the same logic at CES 2026. CES 2026 also showed that AI's next interface is not the phone, it's wearable. The strongest example came from Jimmy with its AI glasses, MemoMind. MemoMind mattered because it looked normal. Real-time translation, contextual summaries, reminders, and hands-free assistance were delivered without pulling users into screens. AI no longer waited to be queried. It observed what the user saw and decided when information mattered. That is perceptual mediation, not assistance. CES 2026 also highlighted the rise of companion and emotional AI through multiple robotic pet and social AI demonstrations across the show floor. These systems were not pitched as intelligent or conscious. They were pitched as consistently available. That consistency is what earns trust. Humans form emotional bonds through reliability, not intelligence. Once habitual trust forms, influence no longer depends on persuasion. It depends on presence. That's why companion AI matters even when it looks harmless. What ties all of these companies and products together, SwitchBot, LG, Akara, Roborock, Jimmy, Solos, and others, is not a single technology. It's a pattern. Each system removes a layer of human decision-making and replaces it with automated defaults. Robots act without supervision. Homes decide without commands. Wearables filter perception without being asked. Companion systems earn trust without persuasion. That is the definition of infrastructure. This is why these systems deserve attention. Not because AI is coming, not because robots are scary, and not because gadgets are cool. They deserve attention because control is shifting from explicit human choices to invisible system defaults. Invisible defaults are the most powerful mechanisms humans have ever built. CES 2026 didn't just show innovation. It showed normalization. AI didn't just improve. It embedded itself into homes, bodies, and routines. And once AI embeds itself at that level, reversing the shift becomes nearly impossible. Not because of force, but because of convenience. That is what actually worked at CES 2026. And that is what AI Ascension is here to track.